Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and we're back with another reaction video. As we still are continuing to do more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters voice comparison reaction video. We have a few more left to go before we're done with all the Ninja Turtle characters that Behemoth89 made so far, and then I'll move on to Mortal Kombat characters next. So anyway, Behemoth89 has still got a few other Ninja Turtle characters left that we need to check out and react to. So for the next character I decided to check out for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character voice comparison, I've decided to do Irma next. Now, Irma, mostly well remembered in the 1987 Ninja Turtle show where she was April's best friend, but there was another time that she did appear in another Ninja Turtle show, which I'm not going to spoil. I'm just going to wait till it show it himself, but Irma, I can't really say too much about Irma. She's not that much of like a useful character, and she's kind of underrated, but Irma's okay, I don't have a problem with Irma. She may not seem like the most important character, but she was well more, memorable back in the 1987 show, so, more people have more fun of Irma's appearance in that show. But like I said, there was another show where another version of the Ninja Turtle show where she did appear, but I'm gonna wait till we get into the video for it to speak for itself before I mention anything. So there's not really a lot to be said about Irma. She's pretty cool, very underrated character, but she's alright, It would be pretty cool if they do decide to bring Irma back for another Ninja Turtles something in the near future. I don't know if they'll do that, but it would be great to see Irma again if possible. Sorry, a little something in my thumb. But anyway, let's go ahead and just get into this. This is going to be a very short one, even shorter than the last videos I've seen so far. It's only a minute and 30 seconds, so there's definitely not a lot of voice actresses that voiced her, because Irma hasn't had a lot of chance to shine in the spotlight of Ninja Turtle stuff. But anyway, let's find out who I'm going to rank as my favorites and all that stuff this time. So, let's see. So like John Cena and Triple H always say, your time is up, my time is now, it's time to play the game. No, it's time to play the game. Sorry, I gave the wrong thing. But anyway, it's time to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out Irma voice comparison from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's a pretty cool little thumbnail they made for him. Just having a holding pizza. Pretty cool little fan art, whoever made that. Of course. I was just talking about that. Like I said, more people have more fun memory of Irma's appearance in the original 1987 Ninja Turtle show, so of course, why the heck not? Can you go wrong with it? This is like everybody's memorable Irma. Like, Irma is not really well remembered from a lot of Ninja Turtle fans, but if y'all grew up back in the days watching this, then you remember Irma, Even though I didn't grow up at that time, because I was born in 2002, but when I started checking it out on DVD when I discovered this series, I grew to end up liking it too. Like, it may not be my favorite Ninja Turtle show, but it was just as enjoyable as any other Ninja Turtle stuff that I've seen so far, It is pretty fun, very entertaining as well, like I said. So, of course, I'm giving it a thumbs up to Jennifer Darling, the original Irma. Like I said, you can't go wrong with anything from the original 1987 show. Classic Irma. Classic voice, classic look, with the glasses and the hair and everything. Irma, pretty entertaining. Now this is what I was talking about. So this was the other time when Irma actually appeared in another Ninja Turtle show. Now, you would have expected me to go ahead and just be like, yes, because it's my favorite Ninja Turtle show. Like, anytime anything from this Ninja Turtle show, I clap my hands and I go, yes, because, I'm in love with that show. That's my favorite Ninja Turtle show, the best one in my honest opinion. I'm currently rewatching it on DVD right now. So, of course, I give any credit to this one, which, of course, I'm still giving this a thumbs up, but there's a couple of exclamations that need to be marked about Irma's appearance in this. You see, there's kind of a problem with Irma's appearance in this 2012 Nickelodeon 3D animated Ninja Turtle show. Like I said, it's my favorite Ninja Turtle show, but there's a little problem. Like, you probably would have expected I would have went crazy and went, yeah, but there's a reason why I didn't, and there's some good exclamations about Irma's appearance in this. You see, Irma, well, she was even April's best friend even in this show as well, and was another friend of Casey Jones, but the problem with Irma being in this show was that well, I don't know if I really want to spoil y'all in case for those of you that haven't seen the show yet or if y'all want to see it, but if you're just one of those few people that don't care about getting spoiled or not, then I guess I'll go ahead and say it, or maybe if you've already seen it, you have, or if you haven't reached it to it yet, then just go check it out. But anyway, if you're one of those few people that didn't care about the show and, you just don't care and don't mind getting spoiled, I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it because, people probably should have already have seen this by now because that's an old show that was back in 2012 and everything, so about Kate, however you say this woman's name that voiced Irma in this series, Kate, however you say her last name. I kind of like how she almost looks like Irma, almost the 1987 Irma, the woman who voiced Irma in this series. She kind of almost looks like Irma herself, almost from 1987. So, if they were to make Irma appear in live action verse, she probably could actually this woman Kate could probably make a good live action Irma if she does. Cause, like I say, she really kind of almost looks like Irma herself from the 1987 Ninja Turtle show. So she probably could make a good live action Irma if possible. But anyway, back to the drawing board. So the problem with Irma's appearance in this 2012 Ninja Turtle show, and my favorite Ninja Turtle show, is that, like I said, spoilers ahead, so be prepared to be spoiled, and if you don't want to be spoiled, just click off this video right now. But the problem is that Irma was never real. She wasn't a real person. Like, she was not real from the beginning get-go since she appeared in the show. Like, from the first time she appeared in her first episode, she was never real to begin with, even though she was April O'Neil's best friend and friends with Casey Jones and all that, but she was not real. Basically, it was Krang's Supreme. If you watch the show, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know if I talked about that in one of my previous videos when I did a Krang voice comparison reaction video. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but if I didn't, if I did, I'm gonna do recap. But if I didn't, then I'm just gonna say it. But Irma wasn't a real person. It was Krang Supreme. Krang Supreme was Irma. Like, it's what she really was. Krang Supreme obviously made a human robot body to disguise himself to appear in the human world it's already the human world, but to appear himself as a human so that way he can secretly get in close contact with someone who knows the turtles and know about their whereabouts, because that was his whole mission. He explained it in the series where basically his mission was to find someone that knows the turtles whereabouts, about their secret lair, since a lot of enemies don't know about their lair, and apparently that was what Krang Supreme did when he turned himself into Irma by dressing up and wearing this human robot suit. He found April O'Neil. April O'Neil made the mistake by bringing her to the lair, and eventually Irma's secret was revealed as she was Krang Supreme the whole entire time. She was a robot. And yeah, it's hard to believe it. Like, even I was surprised to have discovered it for the first time. Like, I was about to be kind of cool and happy to see Irma finally meeting the turtles, but then when she revealed herself as she was Krang Supreme, I was like, what? Yeah, it shocked me too. Like, I'm pretty sure anybody who remembers Irma from 1987, you'd probably be thinking that it'd be cool to finally get her to meet the turtles in the 2012 show, until it was revealed it was really Krang Supreme this whole entire time. So yeah, it sucks. But that's really what's the main problem about Irma's appearance in the show. She wasn't real. It was Krang Supreme. Like I said, if you haven't watched the show, then you need to check it out. But if you have, then you already know the drill. But if you guys don't care about being spoiled, then I just gave a spoiler out. This is not Irma. This was not a real person. Like, she was just really a robot. It was really Krang Supreme disguising himself the whole entire time to find someone that knows about the turtles' whereabouts and to find out. And obviously, April O'Neil was the perfect choice, and April made the mistake by bringing supposedly who she thought was Irma, but was Krang Supreme, back to the lair. So yeah, that little clip that they put right there of Irma. That little that picture they put right there. That's from the episode where she revealed herself as Krang Supreme. That was the episode right there where she revealed herself as Krang Supreme. So yeah, I can't really say anything more. It was really crazy because it was kind of cool just finding out, because I didn't even know this was Irma at first until April started saying her name. So it was pretty cool seeing Irma in here. But then when it was revealed that it was really Krang Supreme this whole entire time, that kind of was what really sort of ruined it, but didn't really ruin it that badly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, I'm still with the 1987 Irma, because in 1987 Ninja Turtles, she was real. She was an actual human. She wasn't no fake or anything like that. But in this version of the show, she was never real. She was a Krang this whole entire time. So yeah, that's what really kind of, like, I don't really count this one as Irma. Like, I can't really fully count it because it was never real to begin with. Irma was never a real person. Like, there was no Irma that existed in the show. It was just a character name that the Krang came up with for to disguise Krang Supreme with. It was just all made up. Like, everything about the name, the character, and the whole appearance was just all made up by Krang Supreme to disguise himself. So, Irma just was not real at all. So, I don't know if I can really count this one. Like, I still said I'm giving it a thumbs up, but it really feels weird that I am because I really feel that I can't really count this one because Irma was not real to begin with in this series. So, I really not sure if I can count this, but since guy did put, but since Behemoth89 put this one in the video, I still have to rank it somehow, so of course thumbs up. I mean, of course I can't go wrong with anything from this Ninja Turtle show. You know that's my favorite Ninja Turtle show, so of course I can't go anything wrong with it. But it just doesn't really feel like it counts. It really doesn't feel it deserves to be counted because Irma was not real to begin with from this version of the show, so I don't know if I can really count this one 100%, but I hope that y'all understand my points, my point was proven, so yeah. Like I said, it's still up there. I'm still giving thumbs up and everything, but I just really don't believe it should be counted like it should. Like, even, like, of course, it kind of counts because this guy put this one in the video, but if you look back at the show and just remember that Irma was just Krang Supreme the whole entire time, then it just doesn't really count. Like, it really doesn't. It kind of half does and half doesn't, but most of all, it just mostly does not count. Like, you gotta agree with me. Irma's appearance in the 2012 Ninja Turtle show just really mostly does not count at all, but it is what it is, so I ranked it thumbs up. I know, that was a lot of talking. Like, I'm sorry I talked for so long. I know that's a lot of exclamation, but I had to really break it down to y'all about Irma's appearance in the show. It really kind of is a little crazy and sad that, you know, this one doesn't really count 100%. But it's in the video, so I ranked it. At least the good thing about Kate's, even though, as I said, the good thing about, at least the cool thing about Kate's voice of Irma is she made him sound sassy, because Irma was kind of all about that little trash mouthing and, you know, kind of had that little attitude and everything, kind of giving Casey a hard time. So at least her performance was at least funny enough from when, you know, Irma wasn't revealed as Krang Supreme when we thought she was human. At least she kind of had that little sassy attitude. So it does make it a little funny, because, I mean, Irma does got some, like, talking and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's all. So that's all of them. There was only two, obviously. Look, without further due to respect, as much as I would rank the 2012 Irma as number one because it's my favorite Ninja Turtle show, but after from what I explained, I can't really rank it. So, if I was to choose, obviously it's going to have to end up going up to the 1987 Irma, the 1987 one that was voiced by Jennifer Darling, because Irma was real in the 1987 show, but not in the 2012 one. So Irma was a real person in the original 1987 show. So that one I can count. So if y'all would have asked me which one I choose between them as number one, it's definitely Jennifer Darling, because that Irma was real. So, and that's where I first discovered Irma. So I have to give it to that one. But overall, both Jennifer and Kate, they both are on my list. Like, I don't have a favorite between both of them. Like, I don't have a number one or number two. I can't really choose between them. Even though, if I was to, or if I have to, Jennifer has to be the only one, because she was the real Irma. But overall, I'm giving it to both ladies. I'm giving it to both Jennifer Darling and Kate. They're both great. They both nailed the, like, role, you know, they both had that little sassy attitude of Irma and everything, even if Irma wasn't real in the 2012 show, but still gave that attitude, kind of bringing back the old days, so it's both of them, okay? So I don't have a favorite between these two. They're both up there on my list. Jennifer Darling and Kate, they both deserve it. So, that's my honest opinion, so now it's time to now let me know in the comments down below who you love as the voice of Irma, and be sure to share this with all your friends. Also, if they do decide to make Irma appear in maybe a live-action Ninja Turtle movie one day, if possible, even though most likely chances are that might not happen, but if they do decide to put Irma in a live-action Ninja Turtle something, who do you think could actually play as Irma? Because I really would actually like to know who could actually make a good Irma if they decide to make her in live-action verse. Like, who could actually play her? Because it really would be interesting to know if they do decide to put this character in live action verse, even though she's very underrated and she doesn't get utilized a lot in the Ninja Turtles. But if it was possible, if they do continue to use her in the near future, and if they put her in live action verses, who do you think could actually play Irma? Because I would not be able to guess any celebrities at this point on who I think could make a good Irma. Other than from what I said about the voice actress who voiced Irma in the 2012 Ninja Turtle show, Kate, she kind of almost looked like Irma herself. So, I honestly think she'd probably make a good Irma if it was possible, but most likely chances are that might not happen. They might not hire her. But, like I said, if you really take a look at Kate's picture, she really kind of almost looks like 1987 Irma right here. Like, you gotta believe me. If you really take a look at her picture that was featured in the 2012 Ninja Turtle show, it really kind of almost looked like Irma herself. So she could make a good live action Irma possible, but I'm pretty sure they probably would have better ideas other than Kate. But just let me know. So give me y'all's honest opinions. So who do you think? So who do you like as Irma? Share this with all your friends to get their opinions. And also, if you even like to, leave a comment down below who you think could even make a good live-action Irma if they decide to put Irma in live-action Ninja Turtle verses and stuff like that if they do in the future. And also, does Irma deserve to make a comeback? That's kind of maybe a bigger question, so considering she's such an underrated character, but maybe that's the bigger question we should be asking. Does Irma deserve to make a comeback in a future Ninja Turtle stuff? Like, does she deserve to return in another Ninja Turtles, like, verse something, you know what I'm saying? I think she does, even though she's underrated and I didn't really care about her that much, but she's still a cool character nonetheless. Like, I don't have a problem with Irma, so I really would like to see her make a comeback, but tell me, y'all, do y'all agree? Does Irma deserve to make a comeback? Yes or no? Leave a comment down below for that as well. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Y'all got my picks. Time for y'all's. And share this with all your friends. And even comment down below who you think could make a good live-action Irma. And if she does deserve to make a comeback in the near future in the Ninja Turtles or not. So, that's all I got left to say. So, I'm out of here. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and just take a chill pill, and I'll probably be back with another video maybe a little bit later, or maybe tomorrow, because it's like 10:31 at night, so I got to go to bed pretty soon, so I don't have a lot of time left to stay up. So I'm out of here, y'all. So that'll be it for today, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike, give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and guys out there, boom, fist bumps go to all of you, and to all the girls, ladies, and women out there, mwah, kisses got to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.